Bad news broke last night for Voyager customers, and we have the FOMC meeting coming up on 7/27. Let's talk about it. Over the weekend, a report came out that FTX and Alameda wanted to help Voyager and purchase some of their debt. By purchasing some of Voyager's debt, that would mean purchasing their crypto assets at market price, having customers sign up on FTX or FTX US to redeem a portion of their cryptocurrency that's being held up in this Chapter 11 bankruptcy case. The caveat here is that FTX and Alameda would not be purchasing any of Three Arrows Capital's debt, which means you're not going to get your full amount of crypto back. That's really neither here nor there because the funds are being locked up and we don't have access to them anyways. But of course we can't have nice things because last night, yes, on a Sunday night, Voyager rejected FTX and Alameda's offer and they stated that it was below proper valuation. Is it below proper valuation? Does stuff like this happen in traditional industries in bankruptcy court? Yes. What happens is you restructure your entire company, and a lot of times the current management is forced out because they didn't do a good job. People that were a part of the platform or that company or that were impacted are not necessarily always made whole. And in crypto, let me tell you, generally when an exchange goes down, you lose your crypto. You lose it. You send your crypto to a wrong address, you lose it. But the fact that we have somebody like FTX and Alameda that want to come in and obviously, acquire these new customers, but give us a portion back of our crypto, I think that it's a decent deal. Because let's face it, we got in this mess because Voyager did not know how to run a business properly. And this story is sounding like to me, they just want to line their pockets. Obviously, they want the best deal possible for them and their shareholders. But in reality, crypto is a completely different ballgame than traditional finance. And they shouldn't be entitled to anything at this point. And they did business with FTX and Alameda on the back end anyways. Moral of the story, I think it's important that we email Voyager and tell them that we want to accept this deal. Obviously, you need to read through all of the conditions and make sure it's something that makes sense for you, but I've never heard of anything like this in crypto ever happening before. Does FTX and Alameda essentially want to monopolize the crypto industry? Kind of, sort of, but that's part of business. They're not really looking out for customers, they're looking out for the best deal. And for them, because prices are so cheap, acquiring these assets at market price and then forcing Voyager customers to sign up on FTX or FTX US is a win-win for FTX and kind of for us too. But I want you guys to comment your thoughts below. What do you think about this deal? Should Voyager accept the deal or shouldn't they? Now, the FOMC meeting, and could that impact crypto markets? Now let's talk about the FOMC meeting that is occurring on July 27th, 2022 this week and how it could potentially impact the traditional markets, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and of course the crypto markets. So this is the Bitcoin daily chart and it's not looking too terribly great. We got that rejection and we're currently testing 21.8, which we kind of talked about. And market CIPHER is still looking pretty overbought on the daily. 4-hour chart definitely shows that we are correcting and it's looking like that we could test approximately $20,800. Either way, I think that we are okay and it's just a bunch of ping pong consolidation. Just as long as we stay in range and we really don't lose $19,000. Ethereum is definitely correcting and it's a lot more volatile, which means it's a lot more fun to trade. And we're probably going to kiss about 1454, but I am hopeful that we do get some sort of bounce soon. Hopefully the FOMC meeting doesn't destroy the crypto markets. FOMC stands for Federal Open Market Committee, which I didn't know that until I got into crypto. Also, we have to pay attention to the Q2 GDP report. That's basically going to be a bunch of information that's been manipulated by you-know-who, because they don't want us to think that we're in a recession, which in fact we are in a recession. It is absolutely terrible. And in fact, the White House did change their definition of what a recession was, which is absolutely crazy. Who would have thought that you can just go back and change definitions when it doesn't suit your narrative? Anyways, in this meeting, they're talking about raising rates 75 basis points. Basically, all this means by raising 75 basis points is that they want to make the cost to borrow money more expensive so people stop spending. Guess what? America runs on debt. And just kind of making operations more expensive for small businesses and large corporations. And guess what? That cost gets passed down to you. And let's not forget, inflation is currently at approximately 9.1%, and it's been the highest that it's been in the last 40 years. And I think that the rate is a lot higher as to what they're telling us because they like to change those calculations and the samples they use. Anyways, we probably can expect rates to go up because of the meeting, and that should cause positive price action because we're kind of expecting it. But at the same time, I would be immensely careful because we're also releasing Q2 GDP report. So the reason why we're talking about this is if the results or decision is unfavorable, it's going to cause havoc on the market. But if it's something that we can kind of expect, things should be okay. If you're in any positions, just be a little bit careful. Make sure you have a bullish or bearish plan. Anyways, WendyO out. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and set alerts for everything crypto and NFTs every day. Bye-bye.